Welcome to Recap King. In this video, we will explain a Chinese movie released in 2021 titled Maoshan. This movie tells the story of a young man who secretly participated in the Master Sword selection ceremony and accidentally won it. Fate shaped him to become the most formidable fighter. Can a geeky man prove that he is worthy to wield a Master Sword? Let's find out in Maoshan. Maoshan begins by showing the battle between two martial masters who represent good and evil. The battle was quite fierce, where both of them had very great strength. In the battle, the Black Sect Master then unleashed his ultimate move. He created a dragon portal capable of releasing spirit-sucking mist dragons that instantly overthrew the White Sect Master's disciples. When the White Flow Martial Arts Master was getting more and more pressed, suddenly a Maoshan Master appeared with his very formidable strength. The battle between the Maoshan Masters and the Black Stream Masters looks unbalanced, in which Maoshan seems overpowered. It turned out that all of that was just an imaginary story told by a young man named Yin Shou Yi to a group of children in front of him. Shou Yi, who claimed to be a student of Maoshan in disguise, then took out a toy sword that he wanted to sell to the children in the market. And after listening to Shou Yi's story, the boys then bought the toy sword. Not long after, a burly man appeared who seemed to be possessed by an evil aura and wreaked havoc in the market. Everyone was running to save themselves from the burly man who attacked blindly, until finally a boy innocently drew the toy sword he bought from Shou Yi at the burly man. Seeing this, the man suddenly felt annoyed and was about to hit the boy with his club hammer. However, Shou Yi was quick as lightning to save the boy, even though he ended up having to receive a fatal attack from the burly man until he was blown away. When the man was about to attack Shou Yi again, suddenly a woman named Jiulong rescued him, where Shou Yi seemed stunned to see Lingzi's beauty. Lingzi managed to knock the burly man down, but the man got back up in a short time, until finally another muscular man came to help Lingzi. He was Guizi, one of Lingzi's comrades. Not long after, a man named Zuzi, who was also Lingzi's partner, appeared and hit the burly man's nerves, and they succeeded in overthrowing the troublemaker and saving the residents there. Lingzi, Guizi, and Zuzi are excellent students of the Maoshan Martial Arts School, known as the strongest and most respected martial arts school. Zuzi then cast a special spell to make sure things were completely safe. After that, the boy who had drawn the sword at the burly man was asked by his mother why he did such a reckless thing. Innocently, the boy replied that he had bought the toy sword from an undercover student from Maoshan College, who said that the sword had supernatural powers. The boy then pointed at Shou Yi. The boy's mother then asked the three students of the Maoshan College, to which they simultaneously replied that Shou Yi was not a Maoshan student. Hearing this, the boy's mom and the residents were very upset with Shou Yi for lying to the children so that they were desperate to do very dangerous actions, even though no one was hurt. Shou Yi then received insults from the residents because, according to them, not just anyone can become a student at the martial arts college. The three students of Maoshan College then warned Shou Yi to stop claiming to be a Maoshan College student because this would tarnish Maoshan's good name and humiliate them all. Long story short, Lingzi and his two colleagues then returned to Maoshan College to meet their master who was discussing with the Grandmaster. As usual, the three of them reported on the incidents that took place in the city and the current situation that was already under control. Meanwhile elsewhere, Shou Yi seemed to be sitting pensively thinking about something. He sat pensively while looking at the mountains where the Maoshan College was. He continued to do this for the next few days. One day, word got out that the Maoshan College was going to hold an open exam, where everyone could take the exam without having any special criteria. The announcement stated that anyone who managed to pass all the challenges would have the opportunity to have a magic sword, which is the strongest weapon on Earth today. The residents were very excited to hear the news. They then flocked to the Maoshan College to take the exam. Shou Yi was no exception. All the participants who took the Maoshan Martial College open examination had gathered in the courtyard, where the first test would be held. The first exam is quite unique, with many chairs arranged in such a way. The master then casts special magic on them to mentally test the examinees by reminding them of the most painful memories of their lives. Participants will be considered passed if they successfully pass the magic portal created by the master. Many of the participants underestimated the exam because it was considered quite easy. But that much too, the participants who failed to pass through the magic portal made by the master. However, some managed to get through it quite easily. Now it was Shou Yi's turn to try to pass through the portal. At first, Shou Yi had slipped and he looked very unconvincing as a candidate for Maoshan College student when compared to the other participants. Even so, he did not give up and carefully climbed the chairs step by step until finally, he was in front of the magic portal. When he was about to pass it, he saw an illusion about him that got ridiculed by the residents and almost fell because he had given up on the illusion. However, he finally managed to get up and was able to break the illusion magic, then carefully stepped through the portal. He was declared passed and entitled to take the next exam. There were only 3 participants who successfully passed the first exam stage, including Shou Yi. They are then directed to a place to take the final exam. The final test turned out to be quite simple. The participants were only asked to draw the Jiulong sword, a powerful dragon sword that is the strongest weapon on Earth. Whoever can take the sword then has the right to have it and use the power of the magic sword, which is the target of many people around the world. The other 2 participants immediately fought for Jiulong's magic sword, while Shou Yi just hid and avoided the fight as much as possible. However, just as Shou Yi was about to steal the sword away, he was caught by the other participants and was immediately attacked by them. Shou Yi was beaten badly by the other participants until a spear injured his hand. The other participants then tried to pull Jiulong's sword out of its place, but they all failed and were blown away due to Jiulong's powerful sword aura. Unexpectedly, Jiulong's sword aura seemed to be attracted to Shou Yi, and then dragged the young man towards it, where Shou Yi could touch the sword. This then surprised everyone because Shou Yi, who was just an ordinary young man who did not have any strength, could wield the Jiulong sword. Seeing this, the Grandmaster then declared Shou Yi had passed the test and possessed the Jiulong sword. The Grandmaster's decision was clearly against the Master and the disciples of the Maoshan College who thought that Shou Yi was completely unworthy of the Jiulong magic sword. The Master tries to convince the Grandmaster to reconsider his decision because Shou Yi is judged not to have any ability and strength to use Jiulong's sword for the world's safety. Even so, the Grandmaster persisted in his stance because it was the will of the heavens and asked the Master to trust Shou Yi because he saw great potential in the young man. After the exam ended, the Master then summoned his top 3 students, where Shou Yi was also there. The Master, who thought Shou Yi was just lucky, even though Jiulong's magic sword had clearly chosen the young man, then chased him away. Beside him, Guizi laughed at Shou Yi, who did look stupid. Even so, Shou Yi still insisted on staying and asked the Master to train him first to see his potential. Because the Master refused, Shou Yi was determined to challenge the Master to a fight, in which the outcome of the battle was predictable. Shou Yi was defeated easily. After experiencing a crushing defeat, being expelled, and being insulted by everyone, Shou Yi finally left the Maoshan school with a crushing feeling. He walked through the forest with drooping steps, thinking that he was completely useless and unable to do anything until in the end he only got insults. Not long after Shou Yi left Maoshan College, Lingzi chased him and tried to empathize with him and asked why he took the exam. However, on the way, the 2 of them found a lot of corpses lying around, and not long after, a group of people appeared and attacked them. Lingzi could easily deal with the attack, while Shou Yi had to try his best to protect himself in various ways. Lingzi finally defeated her attackers, even though she had to be seriously injured. Shou Yi tried to treat Lingzi, then took her back to Maoshan College by carrying her because her condition was still weak. Arriving there, Guizi and Zuzi were very surprised to see Lingzi being attacked in the area around Maoshan College. After that, the Master entered the room and thanked Shou Yi for taking Lingzi home. Shou Yi then knelt down and begged the Master to train him in martial arts. Seeing Shou Yi's sincerity and strong determination, the Master was melted and allowed him to stay at the Maoshan College to study. Enthusiastically, Shou Yi served the Maoshan school. Every day he does cooking assignments in college and gets appreciation for his very delicious cooking. He watched the students practicing martial arts while drawing them in a book when free. After that, he practiced martial arts alone in the forest. It turned out that the Master observed Shou Yi and knew that he had been training alone in the forest. Therefore, the Master then asked Lingzi to train Shou Yi. Over time, Shou Yi now has a pretty great martial arts ability, so the Grand Master praises his sincerity and strong determination to become what he is now. After that, the Grand Master officially handed over the Jiulong sword to Shou Yi and asked him to use the magic sword to protect humanity. After officially becoming the owner of the Jiulong sword, Shou Yi was then directly trained by the Master. Not only undergoing more severe martial arts training than before, but the Master also asked Shou Yi to train his inner strength. After the Grand Master died, the Master taught a special internal science so that Shou Yi could use the Jiulong magic sword. However, not long after that, the Master of the Black Sect, Huanjun, attacked the Maoshan school and intended to take Jiulong's magic sword. All the disciples of Maoshan College unite to fight against Huanjun, who has a dragon portal, which can bring out spirit-sucking mist dragons. Unexpectedly, Zuzi turned out to be a traitor and chose to side with Huanjun because the Master chose Shou Yi over him. Battle was unavoidable. Despite being alone, Huanjun was able to withstand the attacks of the Maoshan disciples. On the other hand, Zuzi had finally died after devouring the spirit-sucking mist dragon. The Master also intervened against Huanjun one-on-one. Fierce battles between masters were inevitable. The Master finally fell when Huanjun summoned a giant monster from the water. Shou Yi tried to fight back with Jiulong's sword, but the magic sword broke when facing the giant monster. Not only the teacher who fell, Lingzi and Guizi were also successfully overthrown by Huanjun. When Huanjun was about to kill Shou Yi, his mother suddenly appeared because she heard the great commotion at Maoshan College. She then saved her son from Huanjun's deadly attack. The master rose again to fight Huanjun, while Shou Yi was devastated and wept over the death of his mother. After that, his true power finally awakened along with the true power of Jiulong's sword. The magic sword miraculously returned intact and gave off a very powerful aura. Shou Yi then took out Jiulong's magic dragon move and overthrew Huanjun with one deadly attack. After Shou Yi defeated Huanjun, he became famous throughout the city to be the strongest student in the Maoshan martial arts school. We are taught never to underestimate other people in this film because everyone has their own potential and strengths. Through the figure of Shou Yi, we are shown to be willing to admit mistakes and learn from the mistakes we have made. Even though he is often underestimated, Shou Yi is determined to keep training himself in earnest and succeeds in realizing his dream of becoming a Maoshan martial arts expert who everyone respects.